Every day, I randomly pick a sample from my box of niche, artisanal, and designer perfumes. Today, I got Zoologist Scarab.
The abstract.
Good morning. Today is Friday. We're winding down on my 10 days of zoologist. Today is day 9. There was a holiday, so I had one day where I got a free pick. I'm actually considering continuing this for 2 more days because I only have 2 more left. Today, I'm going to test out Scarab. So, this is quite the list of notes here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Interesting. This is similar to something I've already tried from them before. I'll have to look back through my notes and see what it was, but let's go for head for wear. All right. I'm getting the animal notes. Definitely the musk, oak moss. Interesting. I'm not seeing a lot of the notes that I would normally expect with this. It smells pretty nice. I definitely feel like this would be better if I was wearing like a suit or something, or if I was going out for the night. It's a little more sophisticated than just going to work in a polo shirt. This is a very complex blend. There's a lot going on here. It's a little hard to describe, but I would say it's very sophisticated, unisex. I might be getting some of the plum and wine accord here mixed with some of the gallivanum, which is kind of giving me a vibe similar to something I've already worn. On skin, it smells very musky. There's definitely a lot of animal coming through. I'm kind of regretting putting so much on. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting day at work. The aldehydes are not really bugging me. They're not too heady. They're not really going to my head right now. So I'm going to wear this and we'll see how it goes. All right, time to check in. Well, this is quite dry, quite dirty, and quite animalistic. This is probably the most animalistic scent so far from all the zoologists I've tried. It's quite strong as well. I am kind of regretting putting on so many sprays before we go to work, but that is part of the fun and that is part of the risk. So I'm going to go to work and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's quite strong. We'll see how this goes. Anyways, talk to you later. Good afternoon. So, how was Zoologist Sacred Scarab? Well, my quick summary. This is beautiful. It's complex. There is an exotic edge that I get from the Egyptian influences with the incense and the fruits. And then there's also a French heart. And that French heart is very retro. It's very old school. It's a callback to some of the classics. But the top and what it's presenting is very exotic. We have got an Egyptian theme and it really carries through the whole fragrance. Right off the bat, the opening civet is extremely strong. And I have not had a zoologist fragrance that has given me that kind of animalistic approach right off the bat. And I really appreciate it. This is so far the most challenging and daring fragrance from Zoologist I've tried in this series, but I did really like it. The opening notes, there was civet, dried fruit, wine, some incense. After a couple of hours, it really settled down to a musk. There was wine, there was some fruit, and I was really enjoying it. The blend is very nice. It's very comforting. After that animalistic blast kind of settles down, everything is very smooth. So 3 hours in, this starts to sit very close to skin. I don't think it was projecting at all, but it was still very enjoyable. So here we are at the end of the day. It's barely a skin scent, and I'm getting a tiny bit of cedar. I do think that Zoologist uses a little bit of wood in their bases to kind of give that longevity. And I think a lot of modern perfumes use that wood for strength and longevity. I don't think it's a bad thing, and I don't think Zoologist really overdoes it. It's quite pleasant, and I don't mind it at all. Well, how do I really feel about this? I gotta be honest, if I was going for something with this vibe, I would probably wear a Tower number 2 something like that. I really do enjoy the Air du Desert Marocain. That gives me a nice, dark, moody desert kind of vibe, and I do really like it. This is a little bit complex, and it's not quite my style. However, I think I'm going to try wearing it again. I'm going to put it in the bin to try again. I'm open to trying it again. I think this is the kind of thing you need a couple wears to kind of really experience all the facets. So for my rating, I think I'm going to give this a 6.5. That could go up or down. This is the kind of fragrance that could start somewhere and end up somewhere completely different. So I probably wouldn't buy this. If I found a really good deal or a little travel size for a good deal, I would probably buy it. But I'll be honest with you, my little sample is probably going to be enough for me to get the full experience. I've decided I'm going to finish off my Zoologist samples. I have 3 left. I was only going to do 1 or 2 more days, but I think I'm just going to finish them all off. Then we can finish them and move on to the rest of my samples. I've got a ton of stuff to go. Today is Friday, so I'm done. So tomorrow is going to be a free day. Hopefully I'll catch up with you. I'll have a weekend scent, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.